He is hot new superstar Rick Springfield, and tonight, in an exclusive Two on the Town interview, we answer the burning question.
Who's Jesse?
He's a friend of mine I haven't seen for a long time, actually. Was going with this girl that he later married. You know, and I was very interested in her. The feeling went, but after a lot of cold showers and a lot of pain.
But the integrity of the friendship was more important. No?
No, she just didn't like me. I tried.
But the indifference Jesse's girl felt for Rick is definitely the minority opinion, according to these students at Walter Reed Junior High School.
I like his songs.
Yeah, he's got good
Everybody
songs.
likes his songs.
Everybody likes his songs. Can't help like his songs.
Yeah.
I think he's a gorgeous hunk. So I like him. I like his music, too. He's great on General Hospital. He's a really good actor.
I wouldn't think he's cute, but my sister adores him.
I mean, I've got so many magazines and posters all over my room. And all the time I was sick and I couldn't come to school, that's the only show I would watch. And my mom, when she was a girl, and Rick Springfield was the teenage idol with the long hair and everything, she used to watch him. And she loved him, too. So I just inherited it. Oh, he's so cute.
Her mother liked this Rick Springfield more than 10 years ago in the Australian rock band Zoot. Rick credits the Beatles and other enduring rock luminaries as his musical mentors. But Springfield's first U.S. hit was a gospel song. In the early 70s, he wrote Speak to the Sky, and then he came to the States.
It's all right, 'cause I speak to the sky every night. Oh!
But you can't make a lasting career from one hit song. And not until more than a decade later did Rick get a second chance at stardom. And this time he bombarded the media with his acting, his musical talents, and some new rock videos that combine both.
It's luck and timing, and being at the right place at the right time. You know, having your homework done and having something to offer, which I always knew, even in the hard times, I always knew that I had something to offer.
So the overnight success story is a myth.
Yeah, oh yeah. It happens when it happens fast. But it really, you just got to hang in and wait for your shot.
Today, instead of speaking to the sky, Rick Springfield is speaking to the girls, and they're listening.
I know you're older than me, but you drive me crazy. You're so shy, good-looking, and seem to be so sweet. I read so much about you. God, Rick, I would do anything for you. I suppose I should tell you my name.
Carrie Lawford has read thousands of fan letters over the years. As editor of Tiger Beat magazine, she makes her living from young girls' daydreams.
These girls, a lot of them don't have boyfriends, and hey, it's nice to daydream about possibly having somebody like Rick Springfield as a boyfriend. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. For the past year, he has been on the cover, on every cover. Rick, he's usually, I'd say, in the top 10 of the people receiving the most mail. Well, compared to some of the past real big teen idols like Bobby Sherman and David Cassidy, he's nowhere near that. Those people received thousands and thousands of letters a week. Rick receives maybe 100 here.
The more cards and letters Tiger Beat magazine receives about a celebrity, the more coverage he gets in the magazine, even if he doesn't want it.
Rick does not want to appear in the magazines. He has told several freelance photographers that he does not want any of the pictures that he is posing for in a certain shooting to appear in teenage magazines. As long as he helps us sell magazines, I'm going to keep putting him in Tiger Beat. And I'm sure, you know, the other teen magazines feel the same way. Some people, there is a stigma attached to having a young audience, and I think he just feels that stigma has been attached to him.
Are you uncomfortable with that image, that teen idol image?
Only in that it's generally stressed in a negative manner, intimating that there's no growth possible or there's no validity in the artist. And we are basically talking about piece of black plastic with a hole in the middle and not a cure for cancer, you know, so keep it in perspective.
Rick is beginning to break the boundaries of the teen idol role with articles in popular magazines and some good reviews about his songwriting ability. In fact, this year he beat out such rock stalwarts as Bruce Springsteen and Rod Stewart to win the Grammy for Best Male Performer.
My songs have gotten better, or I can judge it by as the way I write. And it seems to be pretty similar to the way other people write.
Do they come out of personal experiences pretty much?
Yeah. There's always, I'll be arguing. I have a terrible habit. I'll be arguing with somebody. And I will stop in the middle of the argument and write something down because an attitude or a line or whatever came to my head, and it kind of interrupts the argument, you know.
He's a gorgeous rock star, and he's 30.
Actually, Rick is in his early 30s, 10 to 15 years older than most teen idols. And most teen idols do not pass the test of time.
He's like Knickers, sort of fattish, and they'll be outdated in a couple of years.
He'll go out pretty soon.
No, he won't. Not to me. I don't know. He might fade out like David Cassidy and Sean Cassidy did. Then again, he might be a legitimate rocker.
Now the clock is running. Can Rick Springfield prove himself as much more than a teen idol before his young fans outgrow him? Or will his search for superstardom be as elusive as Jesse's Girl?